Hello, Royce on Connector of Dots, many dots to connect, and there's been some time since I haven't made a video, and I went through a huge meditation just now, and light just filtered me, light filtered my brain, really, and it was just excessive to the point where I realized how much that I was holding back, how much stress that I was holding back, and what I mean to express for now is really the transfer and the cooperation of light energy inside of the truth and reality of astrology and everything. There's going to be a good there's going to be a great 30-minute episode of the doctrine of truth within this philosophy. And there will be many times when such occurrences will happen for certain people and occurrences will happen for other people that you can call it coincidences. You can call it it's your higher consciousness, or you can call it whatever you like, but within the spiritual realm of the truth, within the philosophy, within the light that just filtered my whole entire being, if I do not express this now, then the light itself will be pretty much upset. So what I should start with is the constellations of the stars. Leo, that's what I am, Leo. Libra and all of the other constellations. As within the last days, the constellations as of now, they're pretty much all over the place. They're pretty much haywire. There's only 12 symbols that are out there, but we can all be categorized within 12 symbols. All of the everything that's all in the universe, it's spread it out. And if you are there's constellations within Libra that literally moved to other constellations. There's constellations of Capricorn that are in Taurus. There's constellations that switched up. Everything is all switched up right now. You're not going to be only one sign. You're all of them at the same time. You're already all of them within the natal chart already. But if we're going to advance this a bit. There's another constellation of Ophiuchus that I would like to express and speak on. If you have some constellations that moved to the constellation of Ophiuchus, then you'll probably be into things like such as Pokemon, or such as maybe World of Warcraft. Very few of Ophiuchus are in World of Warcraft. There's other people on Ophiuchus that many of them are into Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. Many of them are really in the perception of heroism. Everything is about being a hero. When some of the Leo constellation, if you're a Leo and some of your constellations have moved to Ophiuchus, then you are going to have a hero-like perceptions, which means that a lot of people that feel sad. Let me start with a lot of people that feel sad are going to express their sadness in some sort of way. Some people do it more evil than others, but everyone's going to express it in some sort of way, and it's going to be an expression of their heart, of how they feel. It's going to have to be negative in some way in order for them to express it, to get someone else to really understand. And if you're a Leo in the constellation of Ophiuchus at the same time, then you'll be witnessing many things that you cannot hold and contain, and then perhaps your temper will be overflooded, and then you won't really know how to cope with the things that are around you. But within these days and era, Virgos are the real signs that really act like the Leo sign. Virgos are the ones that are intuitive, because we're in the age of Pisces right now. And in the age of Pisces, it's about intuition, it's about understanding. And Virgos, those are the two main traits within Virgos. Virgos understand what they can balance within all of the other signs that are behind Libra. And then Libra is the real balancer. But when Libra, it gets so balanced to the point where they don't know where exactly to put a balance on certain things, because they are that balanced out. They are that spiritual. And then just because you do something negative does not mean you are not spiritual. Now back to Leo and the constellation of Ophiuchus. Everything that the Leo cannot contain or control, they leave off to probably another Leo of the constellation of Ophiuchus, or they leave off to the Cancers. If you are a Leo within Ophiuchus, then you probably had a lot of quarrels or quarantines with a lot of zodiac signs that are behind, no, that are from Aries to Cancer. You've had, if you are Leo from Ophiuchus, you've been quarreling with these signs, and the other signs within Virgo, and you find your signs compatible with Virgo, with Libra, with all the other signs up to Pisces. Now I'm just using Leo as an example. There's these signs are pretty much all over the place, and the light, how it cooperates with every individual. There's a certain spiritual aspect of the spiritual contract. When a spiritual contract is made, it's made just like this in a single moment. Everything, when a particle desires something from another particle, it borrows it. It's a borrowing factor. Everything is a borrowing factor. There are some that have an understanding of much, and they are able to put up with a whole lot, but there are others that do not have the mental capacity or the heart capacity to put up with that, which is why that the spiritual and astral realm let them get away with certain things. That is their spiritual development, and we are not to judge it. There are things that other people are able to go through, which is good, which is very, very positive, and other people are sad and homeless, except even if they have their inner being is happy, even though they're homeless. Their inner being is satisfied with love, with life, and they are truly blessed within themselves, although it doesn't show and pertain at the outside of their structure. It won't come to them within their eyesight. There's a light. This is all about light cooperation. Everyone was given a certain amount for themselves. No one is better than anyone. And there's always going to be a reason why, no matter how you put it, no matter what happens. If you are here and you are listening to me right now, then you are the ones that are really understanding and spiritual, and then you can see that a lot of things around you are happening in a certain way, that it's meant to be that way. But it's not only that it's meant to be that way, it's that you are glad that you have your understanding, because you could have anything in the world, but you would not want anything to take away your understanding. You won't want anything to take away your spiritual development. And only the spiritual know and understand that everything that happens is spiritual. Everything that happens is spiritual. If you are with someone that is unspiritual, then that unspiritual person will not see everything as spiritual. They'll see everything as either this or either that, or this was wrong, and they want to avenge something, or they want to revenge something. But the point is that you understand the true point of everything is, and the light is a cooperation of that understanding. When you want to give your understanding to someone else, it's not really a forceful type of understanding. If someone is trying to give you understanding in a way that is kind of aggressive, or kind of trying to make you like force you to see them as in a specific way, that is them spiritually collecting understanding from you. Everyone is collecting understanding from each other. Everyone is next to each other. Whenever you see someone's face, whenever you see someone's gestures or movements of any sort, that is a spiritual communication within just that, and that alone. Everything is a transfer. So as we get on to the fact that for some people some things work, and for others something else works, like the law of attraction that doesn't work for everyone, it's because their spirit does not allow certain things to happen. Everyone is a source. You are talking about something prime source, God, the highest God, highest prime source. This, what I'm about to say, is exactly what the light wants me to say. That you are a human being that was sent from a place, a part of this, either this universe or another universe, that you came here to this grid, to this earth grid, to give energy to your own solar system, your own galaxy, your very own universe. You were sent from your very own universe to protect it, and that's why you are here, to prove what you are, to give the light and spread it out everywhere, so there can be more than an infinite amount of universes, so there can be more than an infinite amount of existences, so there can be more than an infinite amount of pure existences. Everything is divine, and it is not to be judged, because everyone has a specific place and plot. But the spirit is able to have an ego, and the spirit is able to judge for itself what's going on. But as far as ignorance goes, we, as the smallest, the speck of reality, we are not able to judge. We cannot judge, because our judgments will hold ego behind it. We ourselves are not allowed to understand our own ego, because our spirit is only allowed to understand our own ego. That is our spirit's job, not our job. Our job is to suppress our ego so we can balance it out forever and ever, because the more you suppress your ego, the better the balance will be, and the better light you'll be giving off to your own universe, your own solar system, your own galaxy, however you want to see it. You came here to give light to your own family. Your own family set you here so that they can prosper, because you love them. You offered it that much. You offered it to them. You wanted them you wanted to be like a father God. You are a source. Everyone on this planet is a source. There is no highest prime source. There is no lowest prime creator. Everyone is a creator. Everyone is an understanding spiritual person. But no matter how much you can say this to yourself, you must acknowledge and understand and remember. Know your place. Understand the place of another individual without judging them. Just know where they are at within their spiritual journey. If you have a higher vibration than someone, and you understand that you are not better than them, but you understand them more than they think that you understand them, or more than they want you to understand them because of their ego, then that is something that you are brought here to work with. Everyone, the meaning that we are here is to be social. Now, there's been people in the past, ascended masters in the past, saints in the past, that were antisocial. They were nothing but they're doing nothing but meditating on their own. They're monks, Buddhists in their temples, doing things on their own. But we were here to be social and to give off light to and remember our where we came from. And if you don't remember coming from this earth, then you're probably not from this earth. If you don't feel it. Now, feelings go range from long, but as far as the dust of the earth, the people that are from Gaia, that are centered here from Gaia, we are brought here to serve them. You may call them light workers. You may call them star seeds, whatever you want, but the stars and the people that came here to help the lower densities, to bring light to dark places, which is basically ignorance, to basically teach. We came here to teach with understanding, so that we can give off our understanding to them. Those people, the people that are from here, Earth, is from it's very hard for me to really say this, but this is coming from my heart. And whatever light this is gonna shine on, whatever this happens, it's a truth within my own heart. So I'm going to admit it. strictly admit it. The people from this earth are the ones in the darkness. The people that are from Gaia, are from children of God. They're the ones from the dark cabal, the ones that have money, the ones that are probably wealthy and don't really care about much. They don't really know much. They're really ignorant to it because they came from the dust, and they didn't really have much. They only had 13,000 years really to develop. And if you came here from another star system, or wherever you feel that you came from, it's probably because you did, and it is because of you have to admit it. It's because of your ego you believe that. It's because of your ego that you believe you're a starseed, that you came, and then you are a spiritual being, and that you feel that you love because you want to love. And there is completely nothing wrong with it. So as I continue in the astrology, there are many signs that are way out there. See what you see with your eyes up in space. All of those stars that you see are basically dead already. There are light. Some of them are real, but a lot of them are fake, because this is the light traveling to Earth. When a star explodes, the time it takes for the light to get to Earth, it's a long time. That's why we see the stars that we see. It's because we see the light from the stars coming to us. But that is all the light that we are able to receive at this moment. That's all the light that we're able to come and ground into Mother Earth. It's just the stars that you see. Now in 2012, December 21st, 2012, you hear about the stars changing their positions or whatever. Stars, doing whatever they want. Basically, you'll basically what I feel was going to happen is those stars are just going to disappear. The ones that you see up there, they're just going to disappear. They're not going to be there, because they weren't there for many years in the first place. But the stars that you see, that behind them, are going to be the ones that you see. And then that's when we will be in alignment with the center of our galaxy, and we'll be able to see so many stars out there. And that is where the real light's coming from. It's even said that the constellations will change, which means it will be a brand new constellation. There won't be a constellation Scorpio, Leo. There will never be a constellation the same like that again, which means you can make your own astrology. You can make you can put a cat in there in the astrology, whatever. You can put whatever animal you want. You can even put a rhinoceros or a T-Rex or whatever you want to put, and if it describes you, then it's you. Or maybe there's just an infinite amount of astrological animals that you can put that represents you, and you'll have an infinite amount of light coming from everywhere in the universe that you can just describe you, and whatever you feel, you'll literally connect with, because that is you and your inner truth. This is the point of everything. The point of looking into astrology is to look for your inner truth. But if your inner truth cannot be found within anything, you're going to use sources that will resonate with how much you can get out of, like the Galactic Federation of Light, like messages from Salu Sa, messages from any place that you can just grasp, and to satisfy your inner peace. So that's what you will grab. That's what you will hang on to and cling on to. But I strongly advise the spiritual people to not deceive themselves. Do not deceive yourselves in thinking that you're getting so much information from the Galactic Federation of Light, from messages from Salu Sa or anyone. Don't go all the way into it, because they are only stating things that you already know, specifically to teach you that you are a being divine, that you are divine, and this is stuff that you already know. We were not brought into this life this time around to learn anything more. We were brought here to to remember what we already know. And everything that we already know is already within us. We just have to be intuitive with our own heart. How does your body treat itself? How does your body react to your mental stability? How does your heart react to your mind? How does your heart feel about your thoughts? How does your thoughts feel about your heart? Because thoughts do have feelings. Perceptions do have feelings. Everything is energy. Everything is a different form of energy, which means everything is infinitely alive. There's an infinite amount of energy within each energy particle. There's an infinite amount of energy within energy. Everything is energy, and everything has a body. And when you go shrink down energy to its most minute point, you'll just continue on forever, and then you'll be raised to the higher, you won't be raised to the higher dimensions, but you'll see the higher dimensions in all of its light, because that's what energy is. This is a dark, dense place, and all of the light is within the tiniest particle of energy. That is where the light is. And when you expand, this is where we are. We came here to represent our own universe. We came here to represent our own selves, to represent our own galaxies, our own constellations. If you're a Taurus, you will be gathering the most energy from the constellation of Taurus. If you are a Capricorn, the same. If you are a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, if you're from this way back and start the behind Sagittarius, like you're in the caboose, and then the caboose of Sagittarius is now mixed up with different constellations. So now you are a Sagittarius / another constellation. Like if you're a Sagittarius, then what's next to Sagittarius is Scorpio, right? Scorpio. So now you have some Sagittarius constellations that are within Scorpio. So now you're kind of both. And in the last days, intuition, the age of Pisces, this is about intuition. In the age of Aquarius, which means everything will be it's supposed to be defined. It's supposed to be reality.
Is there a constellation for not being balanced? Is there one that's not balanced?
I don't know, but if I feel it in myself, since the fact that you came up with that, there probably is. Which means if you are not balanced, then honestly, to myself, there is no way that a starseed or light worker can be balanced within this earth. The only people that are balanced within earth is the people that are from earth, which is the people that are basically, I don't want to call them ignorant. I'm not going to judge them with that word, but people may perceive that I'm judging them as ignorant.
I was just thinking, if there's one that's unbalanced and it gets mixed up with a Libra, that would kind of suck.
Perhaps, yeah. And we came here, starseeds, light workers, we came here to serve. We didn't come here for anything else. And if I'll just put this out there, if you're into like Dragon Ball Z or something, don't see yourself as Goku. See yourself as the one beneath the hero. If you're a hero and you're from Ophiuchus or something, if you have constellations that are in Ophiuchus or whatever, see yourself as one beneath the heroes. See yourself as Vegeta, cause it's the same thing. If you're going to see yourself as Goku or something, then you might as well be seeing yourself as Jesus Christ or something. So it was basically Jesus Christ that basically did everything. I mean, I'm not gonna say that real fact. If I was like communicating with an atheist right now, it's like you would be pretty much, I'm not going to say arrogant, but you have to give yourself the perception that you're not perfect in order to actually be perfect. Make yourself understand that there's always progress within you. There's always progression, because if there's no such thing as progression, then that means that you're fine the way you are, which is true in a way, and is true and not really true in another way. So in senses and paradoxes, as they get confusing, you just settle with what you can what you can grasp, settle with what you can hold in your understanding of consciousness. And whenever you're overthinking something, the fact that you're overthinking something is like when your heart just doesn't want you to ponder about that one thought anymore. So that's why you start to drift away, because that thought is already satisfied. You already pondered enough in that thought. But when your ego gets into that thought, then you'll start having fake thoughts within the thought that's already satisfied. So to suppress your ego, all you have to do is just move that thought over here and work on another thought, because that was what your ego is really trying to do. But there's like two different type of egos that are trying to work with they're trying to work with each other.
There was a message that said like the ones who descended, is that the word descend, descend, that descended to the earth are really the heroes. And when you said that, I started thinking, well, considering the people on the earth were ignorant, Source wanted us all to be enlightened. He wanted everyone to be enlightened. So there were ones that came down like, hey, Source, look, I'll go down and enlighten these people. So Source was like, the only way we can do that is if you descended. And they took that and they became heroes. It's just the fact that now they have to ascend again. And that's the only way they can enlighten the unenlightened, is by ascending.
By re-ascending. Like there's many people that have already ascended. They've already done what they had to do in their own universe, in their own solar system, their own galaxy, and they descended over here to make everything balanced. But no matter how you want to see it, no matter how you want to think that you're being hindered by all of this density or whatever, you came here for spiritual enlightenment.
That's what you came here for.
Everyone is here for spiritual enlightenment. Everything that you see is enlightenment. The wall that you see is enlightenment. The trees, everything is enlightenment. It's to a point where you have to understand and realize that nothing matters other than your inner peace. The only thing that matters is your inner peace, and the only thing that's going to satisfy your inner peace is love. That's it. That's the bottom foundation of everything. The Bible even says love covers a multitude of sins, because love is the foundation of everything, and all the sins are on top of the foundation. And if you still have a foundation, then you can still build. If your house gets blown away or whatever, you still have your foundation that's unconditional love. That's good. You can build, and the more times you do something, the better you get at it. So if you're building a skyscraper, if it gets knocked down, then you'll be better at building a skyscraper. In fact, you'll build a better skyscraper than the one that's not.
The thing about love is, even though your foundation may break, because it can break, although your foundation breaks, as soon as you start realizing what love is again, your foundation comes back.
And it may come back even stronger. And if your foundation literally breaks and you don't have enough unconditional love to support your own foundation, then you'll literally be forced to understand why your higher consciousness broke your own foundation, because you'll have to admit it. Everything is your fault. Everything, you're here because it's your fault. It's like the people that are poor, the people that I'm gonna just say the people in Africa, all of them, everything, they came down here to play a specific role, and I'm gonna have to admit it to my inner being. The people in Africa are literally people that came here to give a spiritual perception. They are spiritual because they came here to play a poor role, to play a homeless role, to play a role that they starve every day.
Because think about
it. They're spiritual.
Because think about it. They've been poor for years. I'm just talking about years. And if they constantly asked us to send them money, why aren't they hungry? Why are they still hungry? There had to be a reason why they're still hungry if we try our best to support them.
They came down here to give themselves and everyone else a spiritual perception of them, when in reality they can't be all that spiritual at all, simply because happiness and love, it comes through time. And if you're constantly worrying about eating, constantly worrying about being hungry and all of this sort of stuff, spirituality goes hand in hand with relaxation. And how can you be relaxed if
you have to worry about food every day?
So these people spiritually, they knew if they had money, they would probably be committing the 7 deadly sins, like gluttony and all that other stuff. But the people that are from this earth, they're probably the people that have the money, they have the wealth, and they still commit the 7 deadly sins. The people that are from this earth that are basically, basically ignorant. The people that don't like to share. Nonetheless, judgment, there's no point in it. Let your spirit judge. If your spirit says that someone pulls off a negative vibe, then you can go ahead and focus on that. You just pay attention to your heart, because your heart contains your spirit, your spiritual being. Now, if one person, there's people that care about, or let me just let this one thing out, and then that'll be the end of this message. There's some people that care about themselves on this earth. There's other people that care about their families. There's other people that care about just the people around them, just their friends. There's people that care only about the world and not the universe. There's people that care about the universe. There's people that care about the other infinite amount of universe out there, and there's people that care about the infinite amount of existences out there, or whatever. My point is, within this collective consciousness that we're in, we are literally trying to there's people that organize how much people sap energy from each other, and there's other people that try to sap as much energy as they can from people. The people that organize it are probably the common people that are within the collective consciousness, that they probably gone through a whole lot of bull. They probably have to put up with a lot of stuff, and they're still managing their own stress. They're still managing their own inner peace. They're still having their own, place and reality. When the people in the higher ups are probably demanding a whole lot of energy from people, because they get so pissed off so easily when they lose $100, when they have a whole lot of money. And then the people that they're taking from, it seems like they're taking so much from the people in Africa, like the people that are poor, the people that starve every day. Like, people are taking so much energy from them. There's literally energy in money. There's energy within everything. But let's all understand the conclusion that everything is spiritual, and we are here for an experience, for the experience of spiritual development.
Hey, you have the balancer. You forgot the balancer.
The balance. Now, the people that cannot find their balance, no matter how much they're balanced, no matter how much you feel that you have an inner peace, no matter how much you think you're happy when you're in denial that you're happy or whatever, because it's real. You are happy, and that's why you're happy. It's because of you, and I commend you for that. But the people that are actually happy, and they actually do have an inner peace, and it's real like that, after what I just said, I'll just let you judge that for yourselves. Anyway, this was a 33-minute message, and my inner being is so glad I got this out, which means the light in heaven, the angels are rejoicing, the light is just infinite, and they are at bliss right now, because basically I'm at bliss for letting this out. And if you are listening to this, that means you are
at
very
bliss.
spiritual.
I'm at bliss.
Very spiritual.
I'm at bliss. Did you let it out?
Yeah, and there's specific people. I have my own group, and the Earth Heroes, and there's a reason why they're there. There's a reason why everyone, is everyone. And Namaste is 3 minutes longer than I thought.
4.
Right, just now. All right. Namaste. Peace. Thank you for listening. Thank you.